Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Doing a pop-up vlog, and right now I am with my mom and we're going to the Miracle Mile shops. I'm on a mission to go get the James Charles palette. That's my early Christmas for my mom. And we have a Lyft driver, so I'm gonna ask my Lyft driver a few questions, and here we go. Okay, so your name is Lars, right?
Yep.
Okay, how long have you been driving for Lyft?
2 years.
2 years. And how do you like it?
I like it pretty good. It's a nice way to make a living, and it's convenient.
On the average, how many hours do you drive per week?
Anywhere from like 30 to 60 hours a week, depends on the week.
What are some of your random stories from different passengers?
Oh, I have all kinds. You know what? I'll tell you this. I actually watch a lot of the YouTubes on Lyft and Uber, and I hear all these horror stories. And I've literally, between Lyft and Uber, I've done over probably 3,200 rides. And I've only had one person that I've had to kick out of my car.
Really?
Some people are kind of rude. But really, to be honest with you, I can count on both hands how many bad experiences I've had. And everybody else has been really cool. So I'm actually kind of impressed with people in general.
Good.
Yeah.
What's one of your most random stories?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. I had to drive a guy out to Pahrump because he got in a fight with his brother and he couldn't stay at the apartment anymore. And the only place he had to go was to his sister's house. So I had to drive him at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man.
Drive him out to Pahrump.
Wow. So, how was that ride?
It was long. It was long because they're doing work on that road at night. So we got stuck behind construction. We literally, it's like an hour drive, but you had to add an hour to it because of the construction. You sat behind the construction for like 45 minutes.
Oh, dang.
So,
wow.
That kind of sucks, but whatever. You gotta roll with it, you know. Sometimes you get some really fun rides, and some of them aren't so fun, and some of them are long, and some of them are really super short. I'll tell you what, I can't get over how many people I drive down the block. I can't get over that. Like, literally, I'll pick them up here on a corner, and I'll drive maybe a block or two down, and that's where they're going. And I'm just thinking, you really could have walked down.
Yeah.
You really could have. And, you know, I understand if it's an older person or a person that's got some disabilities or if they're carrying too much stuff.
Right.
But a lot of times it's younger people.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a lot of times it's younger people who just don't want to walk down it, and they'd rather wait for a
No, I did that the other week. I took a Lyft to Kmart, which is just down the block from where we live.
Well, to be honest, it was cold and rainy.
It was raining.
Well, that's different. That's you know, you kind of expect that on a rainy day, right?
Yeah, and with our luck, people would like go out their way to splash us.
Yeah, people are just mean like that.
As I do that for work. When I work at night. I work in a graveyard shift. So when I walk to work, when it rains, people have the tendency to go and on purpose splash. So I'm like,
I'll be honest with you. I grew up here in Vegas. I'm a native. And I never thought twice about cab drivers. I figured they just had a job to do, whatever. Ever since I started doing this, I have come to absolutely hate cab drivers. They're jerks.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's an aptitude test for them.
Something.
Like, you got to be some sort of a-hole to get the job. And I'll be honest with you, I probably met 2 or 3 cab drivers that are actually pretty cool people. But the majority of them are just, they purposely just do things that you're going, really, man? Like, you couldn't have just waited a half a second? You had to cut me off. I've had them almost try to hit me.
oh my God.
Wow.
Especially on the strip. Like they'll come up and they'll act like they're gonna run right into you, and I just kind of look at them going,
Yeah.
"You're the one that's losing the job, not me. You'll be paying me."
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Yeah. We had that one, remember? Everyone was stopped because someone got hit. Remember uptown?
Oh yeah.
And we were in the cab, and he just literally jumped the curb and went around everybody. And we're like, oh my
We are gonna
God.
die. Cause it was like when he went over the curb, it was like there was oncoming traffic too. So
And he just swerved. I said, stop. Just stop right now. I said, I'm out of here. So I got out of the cab. I said, I ain't paying you nothing.
No.
He says, get back in here. I'm like, oh, what did you say to me? I
What?
said, you don't want
Yeah.
any of this. So the people are over there yelling at him, what the heck's wrong with you?
I don't know what they you know. And if you can't, I'm telling you, if you can't handle the job, don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know, there's a lot of Lyft and Uber drivers that are pulling stuff like that.
I
now,
love
too.
this.
Yeah.
I love the Lyft.
I love using. I use Lyft more than I did Uber. Uber, like the first Uber driver I had, it was really rude and like just snippy and like. And he didn't like. He was like, "Well, I don't know where I'm taking you." And it was just downtown to like the beauty bar, and he had some really nasty attitude about it. And I'm like, "All right, well."
See again, if you don't like what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it. You know, for one, you gotta like to drive.
Remember that guy? He was a Lyft driver. We were going to the mall.
Oh yeah, this guy was drunk.
He was drunk. Our driver was drunk.
Yeah, we had a drunk Lyft
You
driver.
could smell him. I'm like,
Did you turn him in?
Yeah, I reported him. I couldn't. I was like, oh my god, he was just like, he like cut through 2 red lights, and then
yeah, he started talking trash about, I don't care too much for our president either, but you know what? That man's got a big job,
Yeah.
and this guy was, what was he? Iranian or something?
I think Iranian or
He
something.
was smashed. He was just cussing. Well, I had my little granddaughter, her baby with us, and I'm like, she's going, oh, she says, what did she say, potty mouth?
She got out of that ride. That literally, if he was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he passed them all. And he goes, so where do you want me to drop you off? I said, you just passed and we were trying to tell you. And you were rude and you just cut us off.
Oh wow.
And he's like, oh, but you didn't tell me right away. I'm like,
Yeah, we did.
You have a GPS, sir. I said, never mind. I go, let's just get out right here. So we just got off and we walked a little bit ways to the mall.
Never ride with anybody you think is impaired.
Yeah.
It's not worth your own life.
Yeah, so we got out. I reported. I was like, I can't. I was like, I don't want no one picking someone else up and them getting in a wreck because of it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the pros and cons of going like, she says, Mom, what do I do? I says, do what your heart tells you to do.
You gotta turn him in.
Yeah.
I said, because he's going to lose his job.
Well, so what? Though?
Number one.
If he gets away with it once, he's gonna get
Do
away
it
with it.
again. I said,
Yeah.
how many times has he done this already?
Yeah, true.
It's crazy, but
It's a grace of God you didn't hurt somebody already.
might have. That was scary.
That was.
You gotta get people like that off the road.
Girl, get off your phone. I wish there's someone who could zap them. Get off your phone.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yes.
Is I constantly catch people on their phones, and it's not just like, oh, I gotta check my phone real quick. They literally have their phone up.
Yes,
to their face.
she did. She's driving with her head down like this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What's this one called?
That's the shopping outlet too.
Oh, shopping now? Okay. God, it got big here. I haven't been out this way in a long time. The hermit grandma over here.
I know we're hermits, so we get out when we can.
Well,
but I go downtown to do to go check out the scene out there, and see if I can interview bands and stuff. Usually I go down to the beauty bar. That's basically where I go. I love that place.
where's the other place?
And the Griffin.
The Griffin.
I'm selflessly promoting the Griffin.
But they appreciate it.
It is. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's the local nightlife.
Yeah.
It's like downtown is more of a local scene than the Strip is.
Oh yeah.
And the Strip is more like a tourism type of place, but downtown is basically where locals hang out.
Yeah.
Oddfellows. I love going to Oddfellows. The Velveteen Rabbit. I still want to go check that place out.
Your sister comes out.
I know. I'm taking them out to Oddfellows.
Because I am. I'll maybe do. No worries about that. As long as I've lived out here, I've really never gone anywhere, really.
Really?
I've lived here, when I was married here, I lived here for 35 years. Then moved away, came back, still didn't go anywhere.
You know, when you live here, you really don't use the town like it's supposed to be used, you know?
And it's so sad because where we come from is like a small reservation, right? And
Yeah.
they assume that we're made out of money, that we go out every day,
That we party.
and we eat out, and we party a lot.
That's the one big thing they
Which
assume.
reservation are you from?
Acoma Pueblo in New Mexico.
Okay.
It's about 50 miles from Albuquerque and about 20 from Grants. Yeah, so I'm like, no and no and no.
Like, we don't have, like, we work. We're normal. We work.
We work job. We have bills. We pay rent. We have to buy food just like everybody else does.
You know, the thing is they think because you're getting money from the government,
I wish.
and none of that money ever actually comes through.
We don't get crap.
We don't get nothing. We used to a long time
We
ago.
used to get, like in the 90s, we used to get money. Even if you lived off the reservation, like away from into another state, they will notify you and say, where do you want us to send your check? Or are you willing to come back and sign for it, you know, to receive it? I'm like, now forget it.
Yeah.
I go because all the higher uppers have already dug their dirty hands in it.
That's
you know,
what
the
I'm saying.
politics are
from
just
the
so.
time it goes to the Bureau of Indian Affairs, everybody's taking a chunk
Oh,
out
yeah.
to the point to where by the time it gets to you, it's nothing.
There isn't anything, so I don't care. I don't really care anymore about that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, I think it's that Winter Wonderland thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff over here.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Here at the Rio?
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't even know about it anymore.
Yeah, that's all real property.
Yeah, I used to work there for the World Series of Poker for the poker season.
Oh, yeah.
I was there 2 seasons, and I got to meet a lot of cool people
Celebrity?
and celebrities.
There's a lot of people who go to the kids' Halloween Fall Festival.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, at Ruth Deskin Elementary School. I guess him and the principal are pretty good friends.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, he's a cool guy. He's taking pictures with the kids.
Yeah, he's a very nice man. He is.
Very approachable.
Yes. Yeah, I have some other people are like, they have like 20 bodyguards with them, and then I say, well, who's that?
I'm like, I know, we're
I
like,
go, who's that?
who's that
Never
again?
heard of them.
It's like, oh, wait, they're famous?
But they think, you know, they want the feeling of being important.
Yeah, they want the attention, and
The
like
more people they have around them, the more important they feel.
Yeah, like who is that? I don't know.
Like, do we know them? I don't know.
Yeah.
But who did we do that to that last time? They said, like, was it one of the Kardashians or the Jenners was over here somewhere? And they blocked out Sephora. This is like, me and, this is like when me and Andrea were like hanging out that one time. We were going to go into Sephora, and they're like, oh, you can't go in. They go, why? Because one of the Kardashian sisters are here. I'm like, who?
Which one?
I go, which one?
What's
like,
that?
I go,
Kardashian?
I was like, what are those? And then they just looked at me kind of like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, we know who they are.
I went there. I'm like, okay.
I hear that all the time. Like that's so and so over there, and some rapper. It's usually some
Oh,
hip hop rapper guy. And I'm like, what's his name? Really? Somebody named their kid that.
And like, we're like, they go,
the guy
oh,
with the troll. What's her name, Princess?
that Tekashi 6ix9ine or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone put a picture on Facebook. They go, I thought he looked familiar, and then there's like that movie Trolls, the little scowling maid. They go, is it Princess Lady Sparkles?
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
what he
Glitter
looked
Sparkles.
like.
Yeah, they go, I thought he looked familiar. Someone goes, don't you ever disrespect Lady Glitter Sparkles like that ever.
Oh my God, that was
I had some guy who was like, yeah, I was part of Little Dickie's group. I'm like, what'd you say?
Oh, Little Dicky, I've
He's like,
heard of
Little
him.
Dicky. And I'm like, who names themselves that?
I mean, if you have a
like-
little or whatever, yeah. I mean, I've heard
Seriously,
weird
Is
names.
his name Richard?
for real, huh?
I
You're just
mean-
going like, just pick that up, or did you pick it out of a hat, or what?
Yeah, did you like one day like, I don't know,
Like
is that something your uncles called you?
Yeah. Or your girlfriend?
Oh, okay.
You know, because guys will give each other a hard time. You know, you're in the locker room, you're like, oh, here goes little Dickie.
That's funny.
It's weird. Like I'm like all these new names. I'm like, okay. They're going with that. Okay.
I'm going, who's that?
I know. I mean, seriously, you're gonna plaster that on the billboard and like, hey everybody, I'm little Dickie. Okay, if you're proud of it, that's fine.
And it's pretty cool though. I like actually, I do try to open like my my channel interviewing a lot of people, and I'll be okay. I'll review their music, and then like sometimes I'll like try to get them to talk to them, try to get them to talk, and then they'll like back out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, but all right.
This is what I love most about Vegas. You see people all upset, and they're saying stuff, but you don't know what they're saying.
Oh my god!
But you can see how upset they are, and it's kind of fun to watch. They're stomping around like they really mean something. And he's like, look how serious is it. Whatever it is he's saying, it's like everything to him. And nobody else cares.
You can just like, I'm not going to do this anymore. You go over that way. I'm going to stay over here. Which I said, get back over here.
Whatever it is, he's really adamant about it, that's for sure.
So they're cussing at her and tells her to leave, and then he tells her to come back.
Oh my god, typical.
Oh.
I mean, like, what I used to do was when I was riding the bus, I have my headphones in, and when I see like people the way they walk, and it looks like they go to the beat of the music or whatever, and it's funny. To me, it is.
That's their swagger.
Yeah.
My sister's one. I was like, try that. So I was like, oh, okay. And I'll be sitting there busting up laughing, and they don't know why. And I'm like, this is
I
why.
look at you like you're a nut.
Yeah.
Don't sit by that lady over there. She's cuckoo. Something's wrong with her.
It helps when you're on the subway or the bus.
Oh, yeah, it does. Trust me. I know. I know for a fact.
Oh, I don't want to ever ride the buses again. Not unless I absolutely have to. Oh, some of the people are just so nasty.
If you don't want anybody sitting next to you on the bus, you just start talking to yourself.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably why nobody wants to sit with you.
Yeah, because I had a habit of laughing or whatever to myself, and they just look at me all like, what? What's wrong with you?
To be honest, they're not very sanitary.
No, they're not.
No.
Not one of my son-in-law's friend his car broke
Here we
down
are,
at
Miracle
work.
Mile Shops.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Lars.
He sat in the...
You're awesome. This is our awesome Lyft driver.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Happy holidays. Take care.
We are here at the Miracle Mile Shops. There's my mom. And I did a little small interview with the Lyft driver, kind of. We're just telling stories. But he's pretty cool. I mean, you get cool, decent Lyft drivers. And you'll probably, yeah. So, Lars, for watching this, thanks again. You're awesome. Alright, so I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to go on my pursuit and on my mission. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.